It's the one and only 5D Transformations, and we're here. And just wanted to kick this one off with a simple message. All right. Plus attracts with plus. Right. When I say that, I mean positive, a positive energy attracts to another positive energy and it becomes a match. So I want you to understand, you got three options when you really think about it when it comes to your connections with people. It's either two positives come together. If two positive people come together, or two people who vibe with one another, two people who respect one another, or two people who um, create. They come together and create things. Um, that's the force that we're looking for. The people you meet. That's the whole thing is when you play the numbers game in sales. Whether you're looking for the partner to be in your life, whether you're whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have to obviously um, you know, go after that. Whatever it is you want to attain, you got to go after that dream. Um, but then you have other situations where you might have the right energy, you might have positive energy to create, but the other person has what we can deem a negative energy relative to you. So, with one person it's positive, they're on the same page as you. You two have the ability now to do anything. So many options open up when two people on the same page come together, and then so many options become confusing. It becomes arguments when you got somebody with that positive energy and you got somebody who's just not vibing. We can call that a negative charge when the person just isn't vibing. um, in those situations, I see people in those situations a lot of the time. When you're bringing the right energy, you're trying to create, but you're paired with the wrong person, whether that be in business or in a relationship or even a friendship. You know what I mean? And the problem is we spend so much time trying to repair and work through these issues with people who aren't a match, that aren't a natural match, that we end up going through a lot of stress. Um, and so that's something that we got to be very mindful of. It should be as easy as pie. It should be as easy as cutting a piece of pie. Um, like a warm pie out the oven, it's just an easy cut. Whenever you have a scenario where it feels like you're using a butter knife to cut a steak, when it comes to dealing with somebody or dealing with the project, that's when you know that the match isn't there, and you're really going to save your time because you can spend that time looking for the right match instead of trying to hang on to what's not working. And then you have the third option, which is when you have two people who are in a negative space. They just don't match. Like, I'm not feeling the person's not feeling me. We both don't like each other. That's when it's also not a match. That's when you also should withdraw. Don't force it. Do not force it. So my whole point with this is you want to, you want it to be easy. You want it to feel smooth, feel like a flow. And if you have a certain part of your life or area of your life where you're getting that rejection, where you're getting blocked, where you're getting that negativity, that means that it's time for you to shift and look for the person or the opportunities that are for you. Okay. So a big part of creativity is putting out ideas and then going out there to attain them and achieve them. Along the way, you're going to run into different situations that don't match with you. You have to really value speed and understand that the more that you are willing to let go of the things that don't work to move toward the things that do work, um, is really you expediting your ability to succeed. Don't be stuck in a place that isn't a good match, that's giving you negative energy, that doesn't believe in you. Environments that don't drive you to be your best self. You know what I mean? Like, don't doesn't make sense. Don't do that. You know what I mean? So, and I notice sometimes people have a hard time with that. So, that's my message. A plus and a plus equals a plus. A plus and a minus equals a minus. And then obviously, when two negative people come together, uh, that they could either be dealing with negativity together, which is going to result in negativity, or they're going to polarize one another. So go out there and go after the things that naturally match with you, and anything that isn't for you, let it miss you, because time is of the essence. And what you'll realize is all the work it would take to get something that isn't for you to manifest. Um, It'd be 100 times easier and take 100 times less effort if you just found the things that naturally resonate with you. We don't chase, we attract. All right. So that's my message. This is 5D Transformations. I appreciate you listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. We got the new courses out on the Patreon. So make sure to check those out. And I'll see you in the next video.